Okay, to start your bracelet that you're going to weave, you're going to take some of this natural colored jute fibrous yarn, and what you're going to do with it is you want to measure first, because we're going to make a bracelet. We want to know what size our wrist is. So to do that, we are going to just kind of grab it with our thumb, and we're going to wrap it around our wrist once, twice, and back to the thumb. And then we're going to hold it with our finger, and we are going to cut it. So what I did was I took my yarn and I wrapped it, held it between my finger and my thumb. I wrapped it once, twice, back to the thumb, and I pinched it and I cut it. So that should be the right size for our bracelet. Well, now what you're going to do now is you are going to double it. So I'm going to fold it over so that it's in half, and I'm going to make it even. So I fold it in half to make it even, and it's going to be doubled. All right, so that is that color. Now for our blue and our red that we use, you are going to take the same amount of red and the same amount of blue. Okay, so I am looking at my measurement, and I want to cut my red and my blue string here. I want to cut it 3 times the size of my center yarn, which is the normal hemp color. And when I measured mine around my wrist twice and to the thumb, it ended up being 11 inches. So what I want to do is triple that for my blue and red. So 11 times 3 would be 33 inches. So when I use my yardstick, I can measure out to 33 inches, which is almost the width of the table. So if you look at my table width is 36. So if you measure the length of the table, it will be long enough. And so I'm going to measure mine and cut it. And then I'm going to take those two and the middle of my hemp, and I'm going to line it up. I got to get this even. I got to fold this in half and make it even. And I'm going to take these together, and I'm going to tie them. I'm going to go around my finger and push them through the hole, and then I'm going to pull so that I have a loop on the end. This loop on the end is where I'm either going to tie or do like a button, or I can tie. This is going to be the end of my bracelet right here. All right? Okay, the best way when you want to do your macrame bracelet is to have a surface that you can pull. So I've tied it with a piece of scrap yarn. I've tied it to my chair so that I can have tension on it. So when I go to do this now, I can pull on it tight and continue to braid. So that way it makes it easier. I'll show you. I'm going to take the blue and cross it over so it makes like almost like a T. We're going to make a T here because the red's going to come down on the left. So we're crossing over, the red's going to come down, and then the red is going to get tucked under the regular hemp and through the blue on the right. And then what I'm going to do is slide these up nice and tight like this. And then this time I'm going to do the opposite. The blue is going to cross over, the red makes a T shape. See the capital, see the lowercase t? And the red is going to go under the middle, which is the regular color hemp. You pull that through. This is our square knot that we are making. So each time we're going to alternate. So now I'm going to go back on the blue side, cross over with the red, under with the red, pull through, and then pull both of them, push it up. There we go. Now it's the blue turn on the left. Cross over with the red and under through the blue loop and pull tight. So you see I have done, makes like a V shape in there. This is going to have a red edge with the blue in the middle, and the hemp color basically is going to be not showing up that much. This is pretty cool. I'll let you see it when it's done. Okay, so you see I got a good bit done so far, and I just keep doing the same thing where I cross over the blue with the red, and the red comes through on the back. So as I'm doing this, the blue is always over here on top, and on the underneath side I have the red on top. So you can, whichever side you like the best, this is the way you can wear it. The blue crosses over, the red makes the T through, and see this knot is a square knot. It's almost like a pretzel. You pull it evenly, slide it up, and just keep doing until you have it done. Okay, I've got my bracelet finished up here, and I wanted to show you how we're going to finish it off. What I did was on the end, when I finished it, I wrapped it around my finger and I tied a knot. And then I tied another knot on top of it. And then I think I even tied another knot. You don't want to tie it so much that it can't get through the little hole, because this is going to act like a way to take it on and off. It's going to be like a stopper, almost like a button would. You could even tie a button on if you wanted to. I'm going to cut the extra ends off. Or so with this case, you're just going to use this when you put it on your wrist. This will be how it stays on, and then you can take it off like that.